Hello, my name is Omar Rampersad. It's Wednesday, March 27, 2019 at 4:40 p.m. in Toronto. So I'm going to give you today's sampling of my being tortured inside of my home because I'm being flagged by the resident in the building by continuously being set up. The way I'm set up is situations are being instigated, and if I have any reactions to them, it's being recorded and taken to the court, saying I'm having some sort of a mental health episode or something like that. But the idea is I'm continuously being set up. So there is a criminal intent. There is a criminal intent and a conspiracy going on to make this happen. So this is why it's happening. So I'm going to take my blood pressure as a starting point here. And I am tagged. If the detector doesn't go off while I'm doing the video, that's because it's turned off. Sometimes it's manually operated. I'm suspecting that people in the building takes turns to look at me and to get onto this computerized system, and using the remote technologies that's located around my unit to use the computer to manually remotely assault. It could be also on automatic, meaning that it picks up, the system picks up the activity going on in the building, in the unit, and also in the building, because I'm hit anywhere in the building as well as outside. So the system picks up my actions, and it scans me on a specific interval. The frequency is set, the frequency of the scans. So that's, that happens as well. Because I've recorded the pulse actually being activated in my videos. You can actually hear every 30 seconds, you can hear the tick, 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 tick. And that's the interference that occurs when my computer and my camera is affected with the technology. So I'm not getting a reading here. I think it's going to error out on me. So I'm just going to not continue with this reading. So I'm just going to reset my monitor and kind of deflate the cuffs. Try to get it going here. Sometimes it overinflates, and when it does that, it errors out. It's a self-regulating monitor, which is good. It makes sure that the inflation is properly done. So so while that's being done, so again, let me show you the tagging. This is what happens when it gets overinflated. So I think I did not deflate all the way. So let me just, while this cuff is being deflated properly, it takes a while for all the air to come out. I'm just gonna continue showing the well, let's use the other one. There. It actually showed the lower readings. Because sometimes I'm being pulsed, and the threshold for the alarm to go off on this one is not triggered. So This detector picks up the lower readings. So the power is not very high, but my eyes and my temple is tagged. The jaw. And I'm going to take the temperature. I don't have anything under my arm, so let's probably do it this way. 36.6. 36.6. 37.1. So the right side is hotter than the left. 36.9. 36.8. 36.7. 36.6. 36.5. 36.5. So let's see here if the power has decreased. Yeah, and I don't see it going up very high. Didn't see it cross 1,000 yet. Excuse me. I feel like I'm going to sneeze because my sinuses are being triggered. And there. I don't have any magnets on me, on my back or my chest. Breast. And my chest is burning, my back is burning. Yeah, it went over 1,200 there. Underneath the arm, the elbow, the hand, the elbow. So the hand, it was 36.4 and it went down to 36.1 instantly. Now it's 36.1. 36.1. The other side, 36.6. So the right side is hotter than the left, which means that the power is higher on the right side. 36.5. 36.5. 36.5. So I'm constantly logged in. Constantly. Somebody is constantly on the system, hitting me remotely. And my body temperature, my heart rate, and my blood pressure is constantly fluctuating up and down. So I'm just going to show you the pressure taken today. So today is the 27th March, and that's the time. That's the current time. So I'm just going to show you the blood pressure readings taken today. So that was the last reading. No, I'm sorry. That was one of the readings that was taken recently. So that was the first one just now. This is the second one. And I was eating while this reading was taken. 302. I was eating there. I was just starting to eat. I was having a late snack because I woke up early, didn't have breakfast. I was eating there as well. So I was eating here, and I was eating here, 12:52. Not eating. And I woke up and took this reading. So this is where as I woke up from lying down for the last 6 hours. I'm not going to say sleeping because I was kept in pain, so I wasn't asleep, completely asleep, but I was in a lying position. This is from sleep. And this is yesterday. So the power was turned down yesterday. So this is my normal blood pressure. This is what it is on a regular basis. The 25th. So these readings are again within normal range. Normal. Normal. A little bit high. And it starts all over again. So that was 30 readings. So I'm going to take my blood pressure right now. And where those readings are high, my body temperature would also increase and fall as the power fell, as I'm demonstrating right now. So this is not in my head. And this is also consistent with the microwave detector going off. These are all synchronized happenings. The detector goes off, the blood pressure goes up, the body temperature goes up, the pain level goes up. These things happen simultaneously. Simultaneously. So this is definitely not in my head. This is pain being caused by a microwave device. There is no ifs and ands and buts about it. So I'm just going to try it one more time, see if I got it right this time, and then I'll stop showing these measurements and talk really briefly about the ongoing targeting that is taking place, and the conspiracy to the ongoing conspiracy to get me mentally committed and removed from the building based on setups, frames, lies, instigated situations, listening to me inside of my home, being monitored real time, and being hit with microwave technology real time, as a result of being monitored. So the person who is looking and listening, or the persons, because I'm suspecting a lot of times, four, five, six people might be logged on, depending on who's holding the contract. If seven people subcontracted, then seven teams will be playing, and seven persons will be logged in at the same time. So I'll be hit simultaneously by seven people. This could happen, which is why I'm constantly in pain. So the numbers reflect, the numbers and the blood pressure reflecting pain, reflects how many people are logged in, the power that I'm being hit with, and the report that's being used to hit me with. So how it works is somebody submits a report, and to the community team, to the cops, and this report is used to discipline me. So I heard the comment, my sister-in-law wants to wash me out, because the comments are made with satanic undertones. So there is a satanic I'm not sure what word to use. It's some sort of a satanic coloring to the targeting. So you would hear phrases like, we're going to sacrifice her. But first we have to wash her out, make her clean, make her pure before we sacrifice her. So this is the kind of nonsense that I hear. So the report is used to wash me out. So this takes place by people making comments when I go out in public about what's in the report. It's like, stop effing yourself, stop masturbating, which is what effing yourself is referring to. Stop washing yourself like Indians do, and all these nasty things. I'm nasty, whatever it is that's reported on, because keep in mind that the person is looking at me inside my home and reporting on what I'm doing inside of my home. So this is washing out. The constant harassment in public. This is verbal stone throwing, washing out, making you pure. Then we're going to sacrifice you, meaning that we're going to kill you, basically, using the same technology with the power turned up, or a laser attack. So my eyes are being, I also hear the comments that we're going to make you blind, Bhopal. So I am having problems with my eyes. I'm getting a lot more floaters because my eyes are constantly pulsed. And the floaters and retinal detachment, these are all symptoms of blunt force trauma to the eyes, which is exactly what happens when your eyes are being pulsed, as if somebody's hitting it constantly. And if you increase the power, when you hit the eye is being hit, or when the perps increase the power when the eye is being hit, then you can get retinal detachment, which means that you're going to have surgery done. So I heard this is being done. I heard the term. I heard the comment. We're going to make you blind. And somebody actually talked about a retinal detachment around me yesterday in the store. I was harassed at Walmart yesterday. I was harassed by a Muslim woman at the cash, who talked about Izan watching her. Izan is her husband, calling Badrin Nizar's name. Badrin married her. This was a Muslim woman with a scarf. Her face was not covered, just her head. That's how I know she was Muslim. And I suspect somebody actually called the cops, because there was one guy who was on the phone, an employee, and he kept looking at me. He was about 50 feet away, but facing me while I was cashing. And he kept looking at me directly as he was on the phone. So I got the impression that he was talking about me. Maybe he was calling the cops, because there's this alert system being run about me in the area, that I'm supposed to be a prostitute and mentally ill in the area. So, if they didn't make the call and say, well, I think she's acting weird, while I'm standing there caching like everybody else, if the videos were pulled, you'd see there was no unusual activity. But people will make those calls. That's harassment. This is terrorization. This is terrorization. This is the definition of terrorization. So I'm just going to show you the pressure that was just taken. And that's the pressure I just took. 137 over 86, 81 pulse. So I'm in pain. That's high for me. Because I'm sitting and I did not do anything strenuous. Just took a shower. So I'm relaxed. But my back is being pulsed right now. And I'll show you. Hear that? I'm tagged. So the power is turned up. And this area right here is always tagged. Because this area here is where breast cancer starts, underneath the armpit, right here. So if could you imagine just holding up your cell phone continuously around your head and around the ear, you will get tumors in your head. This is exactly what happens to the breast and the breast area, because this is where cancer starts. This is where growth starts, right here. And the breast is tagged. The right side more than the left, looks like. So let me see what the reading says. Yeah. Yeah. Went to 1100 there, 800. And my hand also is hurting. I'm gonna have to cut this short. Yeah. So this is what it means, and that was 1700 just now. So this is what it means to go global. This is a criminal, this is what I'm recording here and documenting. This is criminal activity. It's illegal surveillance, it's conspiracy to mentally commit, it's conspiracy to artificially criminalize, it is conspiracy to rape and to kill. This is trafficking and how it's done all over the world. That's why it's global. Because it is a global epidemic. Trafficking, men, women, kids. This is a global epidemic, which is why it went global. It went global in order to cover up the global trafficking. Because what happens to a rape victim? She's victimized. She's further victimized by painting her as a prostitute. You can't rape a prostitute. This is exactly the same idea going on here. In order to cover up the criminal activity, you paint the victim. Artificially criminalize the victim. And just based on lies, just out and out lies. Because of course the victims are innocent. They're the one who's being targeted. They're the ones who's being sold. They're the one who's being victimized. Talk to you another time.